But honestly, I just want to thank all of you because I really think New Canaan High School is the best school in the state. It looks amazing outside. If you guys walked in, the mulch, so the landscape, all of it looks fantastic. The new sign, but it's truly a special place. The kids really, I've always said I want this school to feel like home, and I do feel like this has been converted over the 10 years I've been here. There was none of that when I started, and because of all of you, just the amount of furniture that's in the hallways for the kids to be able to almost have it be like Starbucks for them that they study on and use during their free time. It's just really a special place, and it starts with all of you. I said the kids are really talented and kind, and they work hard, but that really always starts with the parents. I have always viewed it as a tremendous partnership that I'm really lucky to be here. And I just really want to thank every one of you and anybody who's watching because I feel blessed to be the principal of the school, and I think it's an amazing, special place, and it starts with all of you. So thank you. So anyway, and Kristen.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. This marks our last general meeting of the year, and it's my honor to say that this is also my last general meeting as your president. So,
Should we cheer for that or no?
I should have said it at the end. So in any case, on behalf of my fellow PFA co-president, Kristen Jimsky, thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure working alongside all of you this year. And today we have two important items of business before we move into our year in review. First is approval of minutes. We need to approve minutes from our last general meeting, which was March 13th. May I have a motion to approve? Okay. Yes, our secretary, Tia Winnery, will say your name and then move forward. A second? All in favor? Great. Any opposed? Yeah. Thank you. Wonderful. All right. The second item is the vote to approve the slate of nominees for next year's executive teams. So this slide shows you all of our slated exec team members. And before we do that, actually, I want to take a moment to recognize and thank outgoing members of this year's executive board. These women have generously volunteered countless roles of their time, energy, and expertise, all in service to our school community. The first person I want to note is Jane Benton, who is here, yes, our VP of Hospitality. Jane did a beautiful job making sure that every event was warm and welcoming and organized and healthy. So we really appreciate you in instilling, especially the health component, bringing some wonderful snacks that nourished our kids, along with all of the other presentation that goes along with it. Our next board member who is outgoing is Heather Bollinger, VP of Gifts and Grants. Heather has been like Kristen and my right hand. She has played such an integral role in facilitating all of our classroom and campus enhancements, and we're so grateful for her. She thinks of things before we do often, and we will definitely miss working with her in that capacity. So thank you, Heather. And last, but certainly not least, is Ann Shimmick, our treasurer. I have had the honor of working with Ann on 3 separate boards, all with her as my treasurer. And I can say no one balances a spreadsheet better. She keeps us in line, but she's also such a creative thinker and makes us use effective and good use of our funds. So thank you, Anne, and we know that you'll still be here helping us in some capacity. So thank you. Okay, so again, everyone's hard work, creativity, and steady leadership has made a tremendous difference this year, and we are very grateful. All right, and now I'm excited to introduce the incoming and some returning board members for the 25-26 school year. And you know what, I'm going to shy away from reading the slides to you. I think you all can see that just fine. So may I have a motion to approve the proposed slate? Heather Bollinger. A second, Elizabeth Demuth. All in favor? Any opposed? All right. Great. Okay. So our next slide showcases all of the committee chairs that help the PFA engine run. I would like to take a moment to thank our committee chairs for next year. For those of you in the room, thank you for stepping up into these important roles. You are the backbone of this organization, and we could not do this without you. You'll see a few TBDs here, so if you know of someone or if you're here today and would like to step into those roles, we welcome that. The post-prom chairs are rising senior parents, but the Safe Driving Week can be anybody. And hopefully you saw all the safe driving signs, so it's happening this week, and I'll get to that in a future slide. Okay, so I'm going to move forward and talk about all the things that we've accomplished this year. So as many of you know, the PFA does not receive funding from the school district or the town. Everything we do is funded through our generous parent community. Thanks to their generosity, we were able to exceed our annual appeal goal, which was $75,000, and raised over $81,000 this year, which surpassed our target of the $75,000, which I just mentioned. The success allowed us to fully fund our programs, grants, events, and enrichment initiatives. In future slides, I'll show you all of our various programs. But if you look at the breakdown, for anyone that loves a pie chart, I just, a moment to reflect. If you don't, just, you can just flatter me and think you just look like you're looking at it. So it just breaks down how we organize our funds and how we organize all of our various programs, events, and educational initiatives. So, all right, so there's a lot of different components that go into the year. I'm going to break it down into 4 main areas for you today. The first is our education, activities, clubs, and culture. Second will be hospitality. Third, campus improvement projects. And then last but not least, our grants and enrichment. Okay, so this is a busy slide, and so I'm going to break it down in future slides. But this gives you a snapshot of just some of the things that we're able to do. And we hosted more than 40 events, organized over 14 parent ed meetings, some with our counseling department, and supported dozens of ongoing programs, all driven by volunteers and supported by your donations. So I'm going to move into the first area that we just talked about. So our education, activities, clubs, and culture. This year, we invested a little over $23,000 towards our education-related initiatives. There's a variety of clubs that we help support. The slide today is showcasing our Model UN team. The top right image is them at a conference, and then the middle one is showing 3 students who were delegates and received rewards. So we're proud to be able to support them and that wonderful program. Another program that we're proud to underwrite is the college essay workshops. We do it over Zoom, and we have one in the fall for our seniors as they're buttoning up their college essays, and then 2 additional ones in the spring for our juniors who are beginning their college application process. So this year, we brought back Career Night. It's held every other year, so the next one will not be next year, but the year after. If you have a freshman, they'll be able to go their junior year, sophomore, senior, and so on. It is a massive undertaking. This year, the event featured 20 panels with professionals over a variety of fields, and they all offered real-world insight and advice to our students. And you can see just how we organize the students. It's often a horseshoe, or actually in rows too, but we have a panel in the front, and they speak to all the various elements that make up their career, and then it's an interactive experience throughout the evening. Safe Driving Week. So we're actually hosting that this week. It's another robust education program that we hold each year. I do believe that we are the only high school in the state that devotes 5 days to this. Chris Sandy, who will be here on Thursday, told us that a few years ago. He's part of Choices Matter, which is a state-funded program. And the whole week encompasses, there's morning announcements where a theme is communicated, and then every day in the lunchroom, a group of volunteers passes out some sort of treat. So it lures the kids in. So you can see this one. I would be a dum-dum to drink and drive. We pass out dum-dums. Now, they're clever or corny, however you want to look at it. But they do get the students to think about it, and I think the messages do resonate. Let's see here. The other one, the goggles. So the goggles, I believe is today. You'll see that in the top right image. So our SROs give the students some visually impaired goggles, and then they're asked to walk in a straight line. I've done it myself. I mean, if you are here for the lunchtime, I encourage you to try it. It's impactful. And then the top left slide is our the scenario of an accident. So we have all of our emergency organizations come and Kristen, help me out. Yeah.
Fire, police, and
Yes, thank you. I couldn't think of all the people that come. But anyway, just that one day is a massive undertaking, but to make up 5 days of something, we really do make this an impactful message for the kids. Okay. All right. And then last but not least, we have our parent ed meetings. We have those throughout the year. Each grade level has targeted sessions. They range from wellness to college prep. Many of these are done in collaboration with our counseling department. Special thanks to Allie Dunlap, who she and her team coordinated these thoughtful and impactful events throughout the year. And again, as you can see, each grade level has a specific focus, depending on what we feel would be the most helpful for the parents for that year. And hopefully many of you have attended those. Okay, we are transitioning into hospitality. Well, this is kind of a transition slide because there's some education to this as well as our hospitality. So for our, wait, excuse me, I think I missed a slide. No? Okay. So with the Alumni Roundtable, we invite recent grads to come and they talk to our current seniors about their experience, the tips of how to best prepare, anything that they feel would be supportive for the seniors as they undergo their own college application process. And the counseling department tries to make sure that we have a wide range of schools, large, small, private, public. They gather in the auditorium and then they go and answer any questions. There's a little bit of a script involved as well, but a nice program, and it's always middle of December when those students are back home. All right, so now we're transitioning more into the hospitality area. All right, so in the left slide here, so we welcome our freshmen. We're so happy to have them. They're a little bit deer in the headlights on the first couple days. So we try to have our tables out and welcome them with some sort of welcome gift. This year we did lanyards. Past years we did phone wallets and t-shirts. So it's just a nice way to help them feel welcome and bring them into the school environment. All right, so in the next 4 images, we're showcasing our special recognition days for our faculty and staff. Today is actually Administrative Assistant Day, so our special recognition chair, Sarah Schubert, brought beautiful gifts over to each of our admin assistants. These special days range from days honoring our maintenance, our nurses, counselors, and more. So just a nice way to appreciate everyone that helps keep the school running so smoothly. All right, we also host 2 faculty luncheons. One's in January during midterms. That has more of an Italian theme. That's in the bottom 2 right, the 2 on the bottom there. And then one in May, it's happening next week. It's a Cinco de Mayo theme. We actually need some support with that. So if you could look at your sign-up genius that was in your weekly, that would be wonderful. All right, graduation. For graduation, this is a smaller event for us. We set up donuts and water before their traditional walkthrough of the elementary schools. As I just said, it's not our biggest event, but it may be the most heartwarming. We watch the young kids look up to the grads, and the grads reliving their early school days. So you'll see them walking. This is going through the back of South School, and then a few students stopping and grabbing a picture with a young student. All right, so we also help decorate Dunning Stadium. We gather there very early on graduation day. I didn't have a photo of it, but we help with the balloons and the flowers.
You went all in on the graphics, by the way.
I did, thanks. Well, it's more, yeah, I didn't want to just sit here and talk, even though I already am talking to you. All right, so this is also a transition on the bottom here. So the red vinyl sign, did everyone notice that it's now gone? It was tattered and kind of old, and it was ready to be parted with. So this brings me to the third section I mentioned, the very opening of the slide. We spent about $20,000 on beautification and campus improvements. And this year, we worked on our signage. So this red vinyl sign is now New Canaan High School with the two rams on either side. We also put visual and performing arts where New Canaan High School used to be. So just to back up, and we talked about this in a previous meeting. So New Canaan High School used to be on the front facade of the auditorium, and so those letters were relocated to right in the front there. And then to create symmetry with the athletic complex signage, we put visual and performing arts. Great. Now, our sign, this was a major undertaking last year, for those of you that recall that. And we are working on landscaping and some lighting. The lighting is going in today. I don't know if you saw the electricians working. It's an exciting day for the PFA, so we were so happy. I feel like we should bring them some donuts or something. We're so happy. So those will all be installed before graduation. And this is the day of the walkthrough. The kids all gathered, and last year was the first picture for this. So a special way to mark the beginning of their graduation festivities. And then the sign that was there, the 1998 sign, is now in the back. So for those of you that go in or out that way, it's at the base of the Water Tower 3 stairs. So we'll also do some light landscaping there as well. Okay, so this is the last section that I wanted to showcase for you all. This slide summarizes some of the grants that we've been able to award. We've spent about $16,000 on that, and these projects include new study tables. The students needed some extra tables. They wanted to, have a little bit of a snack, but they couldn't go to the library, so we put up some of these tables, and they're able to have a light bite while they study and work on homework and whatnot. We also supplied costumes for the English department. That's in the top slide. Everyone knows costume enhances all learning, so that was an easy one to say yes to. And then a square reader for the Ramazan store in the bottom right. So there we go. Grant work in action. Any questions on any of that? Great, I just explained it all clearly. Okay, well, all right, that is a quick or not so quick snapshot of what we've been up to this year. We can't thank you enough for your support, your time, and your generosity. If you have not had a chance to get involved yet, I'm looking around, I think most of you are, but if you have not, please feel free to email us. It's nchspfa@gmail.com. We are always looking for more hands, fresh ideas, and new energy, so we welcome you. I'd like to end by thanking our incredible teachers, our amazing administrators and staff. We're so fortunate to work alongside such thoughtful and caring and dedicated professionals. It really is a joy. The partnership between school and parent community is what makes NCHS so special, and we really are so fortunate. We have such a harmonious synergy, so I'm glad that all of you are involved and are able to experience it. And I will miss it next year. I'm still here, I only have a freshman, but as I said in the beginning, this marks my last general meeting as your president, and it's a true honor to pass the baton to my fantastic and incredibly talented co-president, Kristen Jimsky. I have no doubt that she'll continue to lead the PFA with heart and vision. So thank you all. I appreciate you all coming.